Hey there. What are you doing? How'd you get here? What? I know you couldn't have just skipped your way here. That means you must have gone through the other video. If all of them. That's a lot of videos that you've been through to make it to this. Holy crap, holy. You must know what we're going to get into, right? You must have some idea. Right? Tell you what. This is where we start talking about your body. No, don't take that the wrong way. What I'm saying here is we want to talk about the connection between our mind and body and how that actually interprets into our regimen, into all the things that we're involved in. The magic, right? What do CEOs do? What do successful people do? What have I been doing for the last 4 years at the time of this recording? What have I done? Is it just food? Is it just mindset? No, your body has to come into this too. Now, you guys probably already know that I do have a fitness program powered by Living Greater Health. My coach says, hey, let them in. So if you haven't unlocked your fitness membership, it's totally free. Click down below, grab that information, sign up for free. We first off want to send over all the foods, the high protein, the low sodium, all the stuff that I eat, and actually give you a shopping list. So when you're out there, you go, okay, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. None of that, don't want this. Set up a routine that's going to give you healthy foods. Food is fuel. Food is energy, but the right foods. With that said, let's move forward. Fitness over focus. All right. This is so powerful because we have been beating our bodies up. Unless you are an Olympian, chances are you can treat your body better. So many of us, including myself, when I was a kid, I was incredibly fit, right? And then I became an adult and decided to drink alcohol. And then I had all this excess weight. So I was 200 pounds of alcohol, 5'7", not healthy looking at all. And because of that, that contributed to my thoughts, contributed to my depression, contributed to absolutely everything. So if you haven't seen my before and after pictures, I'll leave you those as well. But the reality is I want you to understand your body and how powerful it is. And this is why we talk about fitness over focus. You need your body. Your body doesn't need you. Your machine needs love and desires that need to be met in order for you to strengthen the connection between your mind and body. You will love it and it will love you right back. I can't stress this enough. If your body could have left you, it probably would have left you a long time ago. If it had a decision, if your body could walk up and leave your consciousness, leave your brain, your mind right there, it would have bounced. It would have said, nope, you don't respect me. It would have practiced healthy boundaries and gone like, you're not for me. It probably has been beating itself up going, why me? Why? And you've probably felt the pains. You've probably been neglecting it for a long time. I'm not beating up on you. I'm just telling you, I did this. Most people who are not taking their health seriously are good at neglecting their machine. Their machine, your heart, your lungs, your liver, all of these things, they're all working together. And I talk about this because my machine, the thing I didn't respect at all or have a healthy relationship with, a healthy relationship with my body, it was with me on my deathbed. It was with me to the bitter end. Even though I treated it like absolute crap my whole life, it was still with me. It fought. It hung in there. It literally kept me alive, even though I just beat it up. I beat it up. I didn't feed it right. It was malnourished. It had no hydration. It didn't have the right nutrients. It was overweight. We just take our bodies for granted in the same way that I used to jump off of two-story houses and use my body as cushions is the same way that I beat my machine up when I was drinking alcohol. I was just pummeling it, pummeling it, pummeling it. And it hung in there. And it hung in there as long as it possibly could. Hung in there for 32 years. And then it had enough. It didn't make a decision to give up on me. It had no choice. I did not give it an option. This is why it's so important that we strengthen the connection between our mind and body. So many people who have been drinking, so many people who have been practicing these bad habits, going to these things, not moving, just standing around, just sitting on the couch. You're not strengthening the connection. So your body has been speaking to you, but we haven't been listening. It's been speaking to you, but you haven't trained yourself to pay attention. And if you have been paying attention and you're not healthy, it means that you've practiced ignoring what your machine really wants. Maybe this doesn't apply to you. Maybe you're super duper fit and you're good and you understand that. Maybe you have a great regimen. That's amazing. Definitely apply that to your routine too. Make sure you squeeze that in there. But if you're not taking care of your machine, you've got to understand this. You're stuck with your machine. You can't swap out. There's no, I wish we could trade bodies, because then I would just transform it for you. And then you give me your body and I'll give you mine. In 6 months, we'll switch. And, hopefully my body's in the same condition I left it with you. I trust you. The point is that we've got to respect our machines. The more love we give to our machines, and I don't mean just like a spa day. I don't mean just like having one boxing day. I'm literally meaning your body wants to grow. Your body wants to move. You may feel lethargic. This is because you haven't practiced moving. Your body wants to move. This is why we have joints. This is why we have these lungs and these capacities and all these things. It's because we're meant to keep moving. Your machine, if it doesn't have motion, you start to get anxious. Your body needs nutrition. A lot of people that stop drinking or kick an unhealthy habit, they keep eating crap food. Even though they're adding more water and drinking less poison or doing that thing, they're still not giving the machine the right nutrients, the right opportunity to grow. That's why your body is so important. If you do nothing else and you just start going to the gym or grab some resistance bands, during the quarantine, all I had was these resistance bands and my body weight. A lot of the results that people see in my fitness has been just body weight. There's no reason not to take your health seriously unless you have a severe medical condition, and you really can't. And I'm not saying that you won't get results if you don't get fit. I'm saying your results will magnify by 1,000 when you give your body what it really needs. What else are we going to be doing anyway? Just going to be sitting around thinking healthy thoughts, doing a whole bunch of nothing? Nah. We want to keep moving. You are what you eat and what you drink. Healthy foods, lots of water, and the right nutrients are the fuel that your body needs to help you think clearly, last longer, and operate at a peak state of performance. Don't forget to sleep. You are what you eat. You are what you drink. Drink water. Get your reminders if you need them. You got to think about this. Everything goes through your liver. Everything. I know people who have kicked in horrible habits, drinking for 25 years. They're a month out getting the same results. They feel super slow. They're still eating all of the sodium. They're still eating out. They're wasting all the money they have on horrible food. So many people think that, because it's fast food, it's just, or because it's health food, that it tastes bad. You know how much chicken I have? I go eat sushi. I eat everything. On a scale of 1 to 10, I eat out maybe once, twice a month, but every other day is something that I've made at home. It's not hard to get into cooking. It's not hard to do that stuff. Definitely click the link, jump in the fitness program. We'll send everything over to you. Plus, I'll leave you some additional resources. I learned the lazy way how to cook food with a George Foreman grill and some meat. Saved a ton of money. Not only if you're kicking the bad habit or have kicked it, all that money that you would normally invest in like alcohol or whatever, that can now go into healthy foods. And I'm telling you this, and I don't mean like spending thousands on health foods and stuff. I mean, when you stop eating the crap and start replacing it with decent food for yourself that your body really wants, really needs, foods that help improve your liver, improve your gut health and all that stuff, you'll never think about going back to any bad habit or drinking alcohol, because you're just damaging something that you love. Your machine cannot function properly. On top of that, if you're into fitness or getting into fitness, alcohol does to a few things. First off, alcohol intercepts the proteins. So let's just say this, you continue to drink alcohol, but you're going to the gym. Well, you need proteins to fill in all of this stretching and all the work that you're doing. You stretch, you make room, you tear, and then you fill that with proteins. Those proteins build muscle. Well, alcohol intercepts those proteins and cuts them in half. So now you have to work out twice as hard to get half the results. That's just because you have alcohol in your fitness routine. The other thing is your liver cannot process fat or alcohol at the same time. So if alcohol is in your system and you're trying to lose weight, it's not really going to happen. You might get stronger, but the reality is that meat isn't going anywhere. So there's really no reason for alcohol to be in your diet to start with, especially if you're looking at getting healthy. But where I'm going with this, no matter what, is if you are what you drink, then that changes the way you look at what you put in your system. I put in power, I put in fuel, I put in nutrients, I put in all the things that my body really truly craves. You don't have to go on a big diet. You don't have to change everything. You simply got to shift your intake and figure out what you like, what your body likes. Everybody's different, but so many of the results are very similar. There's a conversation happening that you are not aware of. Your body is constantly communicating with your subconscious and attempting to get your attention. Spend time with your body and allow yourself to speak to you. This is so incredibly important, and I'm going to explain this right now. In my stomach right now, I've been drinking water this entire time. Hours, right? Been drinking water this entire time. Every time I started to get hungry, even though I've eaten my snacks, I've drank water. I pushed my hunger pains back. Your body is speaking to you. And if we're not spending time with our body, then we don't know what it's saying. I'm going to drink water because there's rumbly in my tumbly. You can share with me, okay? Got it? As I'm here, I'm feeling it go down my throat. It's going into my stomach. I feel the kind of coating, right? Hunger pain has dissipated, still there slightly, right? The point is I'm giving it attention right now. I'm checking to see if it's thirsty or if it's hungry. Your body doesn't actually know the difference. It just knows it needs stuff. And it starts grumbling. It starts activating those acids. And then you go, oh, I'm hungry. If you've got a bad habit, like drinking alcohol, you're used to rewarding that pain with alcohol because it numbs it out. If you can't feel the hunger pains, you must not be hungry, right? A lot of people go, oh, I've been drinking beer because there's yeast in it. That's going to coat my stomach. This is why we don't eat when we drink. Or if we do drink, or do eat when we drink, we eat horrible food. Then your body's conditioned to expect all this horrible stuff. And then that's part of your bad habit. That's part of your routine. It's an overall unhealthy experience. This is why we want to pay attention to those aches, those pains. Right now, I don't feel any pains. I feel my back is kind of tense. My liver's not hurting at all today. I do feel pain right here in my chest because I was working on this yesterday in the gym, but it's not a bad pain. If I do this, you can see my hand's a little swollen right here. It's not hurting as much as now it's hurting on the backside. Okay, I'm paying attention, giving it. I'm really learning about my body right now. And so because I sit and I focus, not react, but just give myself, now it's tense right here, give my mind and body a chance to speak to themselves. I'm opening up a neurological pathway and I'm allowing that conversation to happen. This is why you want to sit with yourself, go to the gym, get sore, spend time, grab a resistance band, do push-ups, run in place, do a routine, do something. Let your body tell you what it likes. All of those pains, as an alcoholic, I used to cover it up with more alcohol. So I would actually injure myself even more. That's not what we want to do. We want to know what that pain is. We want to know if that's kidneys and you're dehydrated or you have a lower back injury. These are the things that are so important because you're stuck in your machine. Your machine's trying to speak to you. And if you're not listening, then you continue destroying it, thinking that you're helping it. This is why we practice what we practice. We practice showing up for ourselves. We practice literally giving ourselves the attention that we really want. Some of the most incredible things I've ever learned about myself have been while working out, being fit, giving my body the time to move and expand and grow, squeeze tears out. I've learned that when I do this thing, it actually triggers a certain memory. It's amazing what happens. We want to strengthen that conversation by giving our body a routine. If you can fit it into your routine, do some calisthenics, some, physical fitness, go to the gym, whatever. There's nothing bad that can happen from that. You're literally just going to add to that superhuman feeling. Once your body starts craving good things, it's a yes or no answer. Your body knows what it wants, and the only thing interfering with what it needs is the habits you've created. Creative habit, or create a habit of saying yes or no to your body's needs. You know what's so cool is your body goes, I want carbs. I want this. I want that. I want a salad. I want this. So a lot of people go, oh, it's salad. It's so boring. Nah, I put some dressing on there, throw some croutons, some cheese, spice it up, throw on some chicken skewers. Boom. It's Olive Garden. It's so good. We don't have to just eat plain. You don't have to do this diet thing. It's just a guideline. It's a regimen. What does your body want? Speak to the coach, to the fitness coach. If you've signed up for the program, speak to the coach. Get to know your biochemistry. The point with this is when I'm thinking about food, when you start thinking about what your body needs, your body goes, sugar. You go, yes or no. If you say yes to sugar, you got to remember this. If you're saying yes or no, it's because you understand what that craving is for. Sometimes you're going yes to sugar because you just have a sweet tooth, right? I want to satisfy. A lot of people that stop drinking alcohol or quit an unhealthy habit like cigarettes, they say yes to the sugar to satisfy this craving. Got you. But as you're getting healthy, as you're in the gym or as you're moving your body, as you're going outside, going for hikes, going for walks, you start to have these cravings or your body is starting to signal that it wants something. You want to practice saying yes or no. Yep, sugar is actually a lack in protein. So if you are craving sugar, it really means that you should be adding a little bit more protein to your diet and see how those cravings go. You always want to reward your body with water, no matter what the craving is, right? So we can reprogram and think this first, and then see if that sugar craving has popped in. Once you remember this, if you have a bad habit or had one, like drinking alcohol, every time you have any craving, any sensation, you rewarded your mind and body with that substance. Now you might be craving sugar and want to reward it with sugar, but we want to continue that practice of rewarding that craving with water first. Your brain sometimes doesn't know what it wants, but the stronger the connection that you create with your body, the more you can serve it with what it actually needs. You want to study your body too. Listen to what it's saying. I'm hungry. I ate this. Literally write it down if you have to. I ate this, I ate that, I ate this. I feel great if I eat these things. This is why I can actually part of my regimen. I go like, I'm going to eat a salad. I'm going to have this salad tomorrow. Today, I'm going to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's going to be super good. Extra peanut butter for the protein. That's what my body's craving. That sounds good. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Moving forward. If your machine had a choice, it would have left you years ago. 90% of us have practiced destroying the machine that's going to take us to the very end of our lifetime. We must show it some love and give it respect. All it's endured and what it's going to continue to deal with. You've got to remember this. I talked about this. You're stuck with it. So knowing this, you're going to put it into some extreme conditions. Who knows what you're going to do? Think about this. You start to get healthier. You start to feel more superhuman. You start to do these things. You didn't know you could climb on the walls. You didn't know you could do those backflips. You didn't know you could lift that thing. You don't know. You just didn't know. You're starting to feel superhuman, right? You're going to end up injuring yourself. We got to respect it. We want to really, really appreciate this thing. I say this because over time, you start to recognize your strengths and you start doing things that you wouldn't normally do. And the stronger that connection, right, the more you want to spend time with yourself because you're going, oh my goodness, I'm lifting it. I'm starting to feel superhuman. My mind and body are one. You're doing things that are just so far outside what you were capable of before you started taking care of you. Your physical fitness, you don't know what you're capable of. There's a lot of people that talk themselves out of doing things because they go, oh, I can't do that. Well, you might not be able to do it yet, but you're getting there. You'll be able to. You can. You could totally do that. It's just difficult for you right now. So we take all this information and go, goodness gracious, man, I'm going to treat you well. I'm going to take Cody to the gym. This is how I look at my body. It's up to you how you look at yours. Because my machine was with me and because we're stuck together, I like to look at my body as a secondary entity, which it technically is. It's got its own set of memories that you're unaware of. It's doing things that you're not even in control of. You're breathing and you're not even trying. Your heart is pumping and you're not even doing it. It's doing what it has to do to stay alive. For you to stay alive, for you to enjoy your own machine, it needs to do its own thing without you involved. You need sleep too. It needs to rest. Literally set up a sleep schedule. Part of your routine should have, I'm asleep between 9 and 11. I'm asleep at 9. My phone's off at 10. Get your body conditioned. When you give your body sleep, when you give your body nutrition, when you treat it the right way, you wake up earlier, you've got more time, you have better days, you do more, you're more successful, you're more abundant, you're just amplified. It's amazing what happens. And this is all because you love your machine. If your machine could, it'd tell you it would love you right back. And if you don't have a strong connection, I'm telling you this, to thoroughly amplify your journey in life is to magnify the machine and what it's capable of. With that said, I'm going to drink to that. If you haven't signed up for the fitness program, definitely do that. Consider the upgrade if you're really serious. Other than that, see you in the next video.